So, you have heard about energy healing. You're kind of curious about what that would look like for you. You're not sure if it's for you or if it's not for you. And you really just want to know what you'd be signing up for should you decide to book an energy session. I'm here to demystify that for you. I'm Tonya Marie. I'm a Reiki master. I'm a certified life and health coach. I'm also certified in human design and love all things human design and gene keys. And I bring all of these into a unique blend for the clients that I work with. So I would really love to be able to answer this question for you of what does this look like and what even is it? Because I have a lot of clients who are completely new to the world of energy and energy healing, and they know they've got a lot of chaos going on within them and they're looking for some help, but they're not really sure about what this is and even where to start. So I wanted to make this video to just give you some ideas of what that looks like when you work with me. Now, all energy healers are different. Everybody uses a different modality, or even those who use the same modality bring their own sense of self to it, their own intuition, their own practices and favorite rituals and habits to it. So just know that there's no right or wrong way, and that every practitioner is going to do it a little bit differently. So I'm going to share with you what it looks like when you do have an in-person Reiki session with me, knowing that I don't speak for everyone in the industry. So keep that in mind as we move forward. But I do want to just, first of all, preface it by saying make sure that the energy practitioner you work with is someone that you resonate with, someone that you know, like, and trust, because we're in each other's energy field. There's a vibe there that we want to be able to connect with. I will actually put a link to a different video in the comments below or in the description below for you to be able to learn more about choosing the correct practitioner for you. So look for that. This is just going to give you a little bit of a heads up because I seem to answer this question quite a bit. So I think there's a lot of people that are wondering. So first of all, you have heard about energy. Maybe someone has told you to get an energy session. You've heard about this work of energy and really kind of what is it and what are we doing? Well, when you think about going into a store, a grocery store, and you're pushing a cart and you're recognizing, we know that just by putting our hands on that cart, we are picking up germs from others. We can't see it. We can't smell it. We don't even know it's there. And yet we know it's there because we know all about germs and things that we've been taught. We know that we need to wash our hands or something after we have been out in the public. Same thing happens with energy. Every time we pass other people in the store, when we are around others, when we're out in public, we are picking up other people's energies, just like germs. That doesn't mean that it's bad. It's just recognizing that that is happening. And so what happens is when we hold on to those energies that aren't even ours, and sometimes we let our energy go and we're gifting a lot of our energy to someone, to a topic, to a emotionally challenging situation, to things that are emotionally heavy, we can be gifting or giving, sending out our energy and kind of giving it to others or to a collective idea or whatever. So we want to be able to call in our energies back, and we want to release the things that aren't ours, that aren't serving us. And when we don't do that, we get a little out of sorts or a lot of out of sorts, right? We become a hot mess, and we want to be able to shift that, get back to our base. We also have a lot of energy work that can be done within our body. So we know that suppressed emotions create dis-ease, disease, physical symptoms, physical challenges. And so when we are only approaching it by one modality, we're missing the other things. So what I love to see with energy healing is starting a process wherever you are. Energy meets you where you are. It doesn't matter where you are in the process. But I love to be able to use this as one more way of healing, whether it be on the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, subconscious, all these different level planes of wellness. Energy healing helps with all of it as well. Now, in some ways, you're going to need additional modalities, and in some, this can be enough. So it really just depends on you and what your goals are. I have clients who ask, how often do I need to come? And again, it depends on what you're working on. If it's something specific and you want to come weekly, if it's something that is, you're just wanting to get it when you feel out of sorts and have some energy work done when you feel out of sorts. If you're working on a medical condition or goals specifically, there's a lot of different reasons why you would go more frequently. And really, your practitioner can help you work through that based on the communication that you have in the very beginning. So with some people, it's great to just do a one-off session. With others, you would maybe kind of want to come up with a treatment plan, and they will be helping you along the way with what to expect, when to know when to come back, how to make it last longer for you, get the biggest bang for your buck, and whatnot, as well as looking at your budget, looking at your time commitment. What are we working on here? So there's a great conversation for you to have with that energy practitioner that you choose to work with. Now, for me, when you come into an in-person session with me, this is my office, this is what you see, and I usually will have a little bit of a lower light. It's a little lower light right now because I wanted to create a little of that vibe, but there is another light that I will have off, so it's just a very calming atmosphere. There will be calming music. Sometimes I have the fountain in the back going, so you hear that sound of water. If you're not sensitive to smells, I will have oils in a diffuser that I will be using as well. I do a lot to prepare the space specifically for each and every client. And even in between clients, I will cleanse it again. I will smudge it. I will clear it. I will use energy, and I will use different crystals depending on the client. I love crystals. I love the energy of crystals, and I love using those in my Reiki sessions. So I do a lot of that to be able to set the stage for you. So that is happening before you even get here. I'm tapping into what is it that this person needs and having it all set up and prepared. Now, when you do get here, what I like to do is have a conversation with you. My sessions are an hour long. About 45 minutes of those will actually be the energy healing. So there's a little talk before and a little talk after. And we have some time for that, where I can explain it if you're still not totally clear of what to expect. Or we can tap into, what is coming up for you? Why do you feel you need it now? Tell me some of the circumstances that are going on. We can chat a little bit about that. Sometimes I offer life coaching tips because that is part of what I do. Sometimes we talk health tips because that's also some things I do. And I can also have a variety of spiritual tools like oracle and tarot cards that I might use to help us with the situation. So no one session is exactly the same. It really depends on you and the energy that you bring and what you're looking for. But then we will really be able to start getting into the work. Now, what I love about energy healing is it is all about rest and relaxation to allow your body to get into a state of receiving. 90% of our lives, we are spent go, 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 do, 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 and we are in a high stress state, which does not allow our body to receive healing when we're in that stressed state. So coming here, think about giving yourself 45 minutes. I have you lay down on the table if that feels correct for you. If not, you can stay sitting. You can even receive energy standing. I really like to meet you where you are and where you feel comfortable. But regardless, you're going to get quite a bit of time in a very relaxed, calming state. While you're there, I will be kind of a conduit for energy, is what I like to think of, like a PVC pipe, where I'm just kind of holding the space and allowing the energy to go through. I don't send you my energy, I allow it to go through. My own energy is withdrawn for me so that you're just getting energy, pure, beautiful, clean energy for you and for the ailments that you may be having and what that may need. While I'm doing that, I like to do light touch. So I will have my hands on just different areas and nothing sensitive. If touch doesn't feel correct for you, then I can hover over your body. And if you are uncomfortable and don't want me moving around, I can absolutely stay at the crown. I really love to make these specific to you. Before I was working for myself and before I was doing this work, I spent a lot of time, 15 years in a career where I was helping people through trauma and through crisis response to trauma that was happening right in that moment. So I'm very, I would say, aware and sensitive and trauma informed to people who have had trauma and what does and does not make them feel safe. So I'm very open to you letting me know what does make you feel safe and following along. I can absolutely work around whatever it is. There's no right or wrong way. And I truly want to be able to put you in a state where you feel comfortable. That being said, I also offer online distance sessions. So that can be another way. And I will do a separate video on what that looks like. But just know that could be an option for you too if you're not comfortable in person or hands-on, or if you are unable to relax in the presence of others because of things that have happened. That's completely fine. We can still do this distance. So that's an option for you also. But typically, if you're here and in person, I will do light touch, and I will also hover my hands over your body in different areas. And we'll just really, what I'm doing is that alone allows me to keep my focus. I like to stay in a semi-meditative state where I'm just allowing things to go. I don't want to get in the way. I don't want my thoughts and concerns in the way. So I do a lot to keep my mind focused on what I'm doing here. And I will repeat mantras in my mind, things like cleanse, clear, balance, release, whatever words are coming to me, because words are really important to me. So the words that I use are different for every person, and it's very fluid, very in flow. And really, what you get to do is just lay there and receive. You can have your eyes closed. I have some clients who fall asleep. I have other clients who aren't comfortable closing their eyes, so they keep their eyes open. Some people who communicate with me and we're talking through the whole thing, and then others who are really just able to lay and receive and just enjoy the relaxed state as I go through for those 45 minutes. So again, it's really depending on the person, and it's different for everybody, and I absolutely love it. Now, when it's complete, we will I'll share with you anything that came up for me. You can share with me anything that you noticed that came up for you. We can have a conversation about that. And it's a lot of fun, really, to be able to look at that when we're finished. I will also give you tips and tricks on how to keep this energy going, kind of help it last for you a little bit longer, what you can do to kind of help prolong this, and what to expect in the next couple of days, especially if this is new. It's a variety of experiences for people, different experiences for different people. Not everyone will have the same experience. And so I really try to answer questions, make sure that you feel set for the days ahead, and just kind of give you a heads up of what you may notice, and allow you to ask questions and have that space to be able to feel complete before you leave. Is there anything else that you are questioning? Did something come up that you want to talk about that we could coach through? Do some work like that. So that is a little bit about what it looks like when you come here and have a in-person session with me. So if you are interested in that, I'm going to put a link below where you can actually book online and schedule your session with me, and we can get that going. And then if you do want to do a distance session, I would love to be able to direct you to to a different video. And I will put that also in the comments below so that you can learn a little bit more about what that looks like. So find those videos below. And in the meantime, whether you work with me or another practitioner, please, please, please look at energy healing as another form of healing and a different modality. It very much complements a lot of the medical healing that people go through, a lot of the allopathic and naturopath directions. It's complementary. It doesn't get in the way of those things. So really allowing the energy to support you in whatever it is that you need. And one other thing I forgot to say was that the energy really goes where it's going to go. Like I said, I am a conduit. I like to go and kind of follow the body as I go and send energy in different directions, but I'm not directing it. That's more for me to be able to keep my focus and my attention, but it's going where you need it to go. It is going to go in that best place. And so one of the things that can be one of the best tips for you when receiving an energy healing session is to surrender to letting the energy go and heal what needs healed. So if you're going saying, I want this specific result, you might get a different result, because that is maybe what needs to be healed before we can get to the other stuff. So just be open to allowing the energy to heal that which needs healed the most in that moment. So trusting that it will go where it needs to go, and you will get the best healing as needed for you. So with that in mind, please make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will have those additional videos coming for you soon. But thank you for being here, and good luck on your energy healing journey. I am really excited for you and for the things that are ahead.